What's going on, guys? Hopefully you enjoyed that little bit of content before the video. That's my 2023 Sizzle reel, kind of showcasing some of the content that I shot and edited throughout the year. If you, your team, or your business need any video work done going into 24, feel free to hit me up. Today we are back in the garage. We're going to work on the E46. We just spent almost a week up in Indianapolis at PRI, hanging out with friends, meeting new friends, hanging out with partners, meeting new partners, and it was super exciting and nice to just get out of town for a couple days. I've been meaning to make this video, but I got hurt riding my bike, rolled my ankle, couldn't walk. It's doing better now, thanks for asking, but it still hurts. So we got some parts for the car and we're gonna go through that and also have some work I gotta do on the car today before other parts get here. On a side note, huge shout out to Stranger for this cruiser bike. It's called the Creeper. I got this for Skylar, my wife, for Christmas, and I think it's the perfect pit bike for the track. Obviously she got it so she can go on bike rides with Olive and I, but if you need something to get around at the track, they don't allow, you know, actual pit bikes, no motorized vehicles or bikes in the pit. This is perfect. Also, if you can't afford a $1,500 electric scooter, it's also perfect. If you're a BMX enthusiast and maybe you want to get back into BMX a little bit, this could be a good option too. Visit strangerco.com or hit me up if you have any questions. Super excited to give that to her. To the car now, E46. Kind of looks the same as last time, but we did put in our Fresh Products catch can. Shout out to Corey Misko. This thing's a direct bolt-in to the E46. Mine came with dash 12s for the to match the fittings on my Texas Speed valve covers. You can get dash 10 or whatever you want, but it just bolts right in. Your drain right here. It's perfect. Also got a good package from Red Horse Performance. They're a new partner of mine. This is just some of the stuff, but they do lines and fittings. So quick rundown to not waste time. We got some dash 20s. We got some weld-on dash 20s. We got our dash 6 PTFE so we can run ethanol in the car. We got dry brakes in dash 10, dash 6, and dash 3. So those dry brakes, if you've never seen a dry brake, maybe you follow me on Instagram because I did a little video, but basically you put it in line with your brakes and this disconnects. I can't do it with one hand, unfortunately. But this disconnects if you need to change the corner of a car or something, in case of a wreck or you're just working on the car in general. But anyways, you plug it back in, you don't have to re-bleed your brakes, and you can also use this for your clutch line. So if you do a clutch job, you don't have to re-bleed your clutch, which is super awesome. And speaking of clutches, we got a new partner to supply the clutch for the car, and I'll share that with you soon. But right now we're just trying to get the front end of the car kind of dialed in. The rear brakes are done and the fronts are almost done, except for, see how this rotor spins? It's just nice and good. Well, this one hits the caliper, so I need to clearance the caliper on the bottom. We're using the Part Shop Max adapter kit for the Z32 brakes onto a 330 rotor, and then the rotors are drilled to 5x114 and the hubs are drilled to 5x114. So that needs to get fixed. And then if you look, you're not gonna be able to see, it's gonna be too dark with my shitty vlog camera, aka GoPro. I'm gonna swap this out soon, but where they welded on the reinforcement plates, it ate away at my steellet. Now it's like raw metal. So we're gonna drop the shock down and paint underneath the shock tower to make sure we don't have any future rust. And then we, like I've already showed you, but our chase bays, brake booster delete, we've got our brake lines kind of ran loosely. And once we get everything locked in, we'll go ahead and secure these on both sides and go into the inside of the car. I was just in my old ways of being poor and not using the right things, and I just self-tapped these P-clips to hold my brake lines, and I got to thinking about how that sucks and I don't want to have to drill a bunch of holes in the car. So you could use rib nuts, or Collab Garage makes these little guys and I can rivet them to the same spot and then just zip tie the line That way these can stay in the car and we can just pop the zip tie off and pull the lines out if we need to clean the car or whatever. So I just don't have any small rib nuts. I only have bigger ones. So I think rivets will be fine. It's not a part that you really need to take off all the time. And the zip tie will allow us to just pull the lines out or move them around if we have to. So that's it for like the new stuff that I have here. And I will be doing some videos on how to build and route and plumb your car. I did it a long time ago on the S14, but I figured we would, you know, do it again. We've got all of our lines here from Red Horse. That was impossible to film and do, but if we had an E46 shock mount, that would have made it way easier. We might here soon, but check this out. Whole corner off. Looks cool. I like that. So we'll set this over here, out of the way. Let's go to our cabinet. Fucker's heavy. Can of gray steel it. This stuff's the best. Whole car's painted in this. And then basically, up here where they've painted, like I said, it's now raw metal. So we need to shoot that and then also swap out this P-clip with the self-tapper to one of those things I showed you guys. That's a zip tie mount thing. All right, I got this camera kind of rigged up here so I can show you the dry brake. So basically all you do is turn it and then break it off. And you want to put it back together, push up, twist. And that's it, and the brake line comes off.
I'm in town, I moved here.
Oh yes, you moved here. That's what I mean.
Because that's what the lady in a Starbucks says. She says, so, you're thinking about moving out here? What do you mean, thinking? I'm here. You might have a figment of your imagination. Here I am.
Well, I probably could have oriented this zip tie a little bit better, but that's the beauty of this. I can just cut the zip tie, put a new one on. We've got a rivet holding that little ledge for the brake line. It allows some movement. It's in line with our hole here a lot more. And then also we don't have a self-tapper protruding into the engine bay. So that's all shot. Oh, look at that. I'm gonna put another coat on it. This will be perfect. It puts it off of the body like a ½ inch, so real easy to get that dry brake on and off. But yeah, that'll do. We're gonna do the same thing to the other side after we finish this. So the GoPro died, but I just kept working. I've got this all put back together. We've got this all painted up here. It looks great. Steel it, always coming through. I went ahead and used a flap disc and cleared this caliper. So now this rotor spins, it doesn't run into the caliper anymore. I haven't really decided which way I'm gonna route my brake lines yet. Either way, if it's in front of the coilover or behind it, it's long enough. There's nothing like binding or doing anything weird. But this way, it kind of comes off of the fitting on the caliper and goes around. So if we go full lock that way, obviously it's good. And if we go full lock that way, there's still plenty of slack and it kind of follows the line off the fitting. So anyways, I haven't decided yet. I'm about to wrap this video up. I'm getting a little frustrated. I'll tell you why in a second. But for now, we're laying our cable tie, little holders here for brake lines. Just gonna tuck up kind of in there, be out of the way. I really like how this long line is ran and goes in back here. Not as big of a fan for this one, but this is the size brake line that we could get that kind of worked. It does keep it away from everything, but it just doesn't look the prettiest. I'm sure you won't really be able to tell once everything's in the engine bay. Thanks for watching. Actually got some work done on the car. Yes.
I am, huh?
No, I'm filming.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's okay. I was just wrapping this up. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully have an update here in the next couple days. We've got some more parts coming. I'll get that caliper situation figured out and we'll just keep pushing, keep moving, and hopefully have a car done by spring.